Hello learners, today we will discuss about the introduction and concepts of income tax. This is part 1. First of all, let us discuss about the background of income tax in India. Indian taxation system is one of the world's largest taxation system due to its wide application on large number of people and other business entities. It is a well-structured system derived from our Indian constitution. India has a federal system of government with clear demarcation of power between central government and state governments. Tax administration is based on clear demarcation between central government and state governments at the first instance and then between state governments and local bodies. As per our Constitution of India, government has the right to levy taxes on individuals and other artificial bodies, organizations, whether judicial or not. Income tax is most important direct tax in India. In India, this tax was first introduced for the first time in 1860 by Sir James Wilson in order to meet the losses sustained by government on account of military mutiny of 1857. As a matter of fact, the Income Tax Act 1961, which came into force on April 1st, 1962, has been amended and re-amended. It has therefore become very complicated both for administering authorities and for the taxpayers. After many amendments, the Amendment in Finance Act 1992 and 1993 are mostly based on the recommendations of Chaleya Committee report. What is the meaning of tax? Tax is a charge on the income of every person whose taxable income for the previous financial year exceeds the minimum taxable limits is liable to pay income tax during the current financial year on the income of the previous financial year at the rates in force during the current financial year. A tax is a compulsory extraction made by central government from general public. A tax is not a voluntary payment or a donation, but it is an enforced contribution exacted pursuant to legislative authority. Hence, tax collected from people is a rich source of revenue for the government, and same is spent by government for the common benefits of the society. So, income tax is a direct tax and an important tool to achieve balanced social economic growth by providing concessions and incentives in income tax for the various developmental purposes. Now, the question arises, what is the basis of charge? Or we can say that what is the criteria for imposing tax? First of all, income tax is an annual tax on income. Income of previous year is taxable in the next following assessment year at the rate or rates applicable to that assessment year. There are certain exceptions to this rule which are also there. Tax rates are determined by Annual Finance Act. Tax is charged on every person as defined in Section 2, subsection 31 of Income Tax Act 1961. Tax is charged on the total income of every person computed in accordance with the provisions of this Act. There are certain terms which we will discuss later on. Income tax is to be deducted at the sources or paid in advance. The rule of thumb is that the total income is computed on the basis of residential status of the assessees. The income for taxation purpose is classified into 5 heads. The first head is income from salaries. Second head is income from house property. Third one is profit and gains of business and profession. Then capital gains and income from other sources. Let us discuss about the difference between gross total income and total income. These are the terms which we will frequently use in our further chapters. First of all, what is gross total income and total income? Gross total income is the aggregate of various heads of income which is called gross total income. these are those heads which we have already discussed, that is income from salaries, house property, income from profit and gains of business profession, capital gains, and income from other sources. When we aggregate, when we club the income of these heads, we will get gross total income. After tax is levied on the gross total income. Gross total income is not rounded off. Gross total income cannot be less than the total income. Agriculture income is not included in the gross total income. But in case of total income is the result after deduction under section 80C to 80U. The balance is called total income. These deductions are made from gross total income. Tax is levied on the total income. Total income is rounded off to the nearest multiple of ₹10. Total income can be equal to a gross total income or less than gross total income. If agriculture income exceeds ₹5,000, it is included in total income of an individual or HUF to determine the tax payable by the assessee. So we can say that gross total income is wider as compared to total income. But total income is crucial because all income tax is imposed on the total income, not on the gross total income. Now we will discuss about important terms. As we discussed in our previous slides, assessee is the term which is frequently used. What is the meaning of assessee? According to section 2 subsection 7, assessee is a person by whom any tax or any other sum of money including interest, penalty is payable, in respect of whom any proceedings under the act has been taken either for the assessment of his or her income or income of any other person in respect of whom he or she is assessable. Assessee is a person regarding whom any proceedings under this act has been taken either for the assessment of the loss sustained by him or her or any other person in respect of him he is assessable. In respect of whom any proceedings under this act has been taken for the amount of refund due to him or her or to such other person. The next term is that is deemed assessee, or we can say that representative assessee. A representative assessee is a person who is deemed to be an assessee for any other person. For example, in case of minor, guardian is authorized to represent and make assessment on behalf of minor. In case of non-resident, his or her agent will be treated as an assessee. In case of death of a person without will, if the will is there, then next we will discuss, but without will, his or her legal representative will be treated as assessee for the income of the deceased on which tax has not been paid by the deceased before his or her death. But in case of will is there and the death of a person, but will is there, his or her executor according to the will be treated as assessee. Similarly, if a person fails to file a return on the time, when he or she will be considered as an assessee in default. Now, what is assessee in default? If a person fails to fulfill his or her statutory obligations, is considered to be an assessee in default. For example, in case of employer paying salary to his or her employees, it is a duty to deduct tax at source and deposit the amount of tax so collected in government treasury. If such a person fails to deduct the tax at source or deduct tax but fails to deposit it in government treasury, then he or she will be known as assessee in default. Now, the next term is very important term, assessment year. This is defined in under section 2 subsection 9. The assessment year is a financial year of the Government of India during which income of a person relating to the relevant previous year is assessed to tax. The financial year is a period of 12 months commencing from April 1st to 31st March every year. This period is selected for the assessment procedure. An assessee is liable to pay tax on the income of previous year during the following assessment year. For the year 2019-20, the assessment year is 2020-21, and for 2021 assessment year is 21-22. Previous year under section 3, the year in which income is earned is called previous year, and the next year in which this income is taxable is known as assessment year. The income tax is charged on the total income of previous year at the rates prescribed by Finance Act. Hence, previous year is the preceding the assessment year. For example, income earned in the previous year, that is 2019-2020, will be assessed in assessment year 2020-21. The year in which income is earned is called previous year, and the year in which income is assessed to tax is called assessment year. There are exceptions to this rule. In the following cases, the assessee is liable to be assessed to tax in the same year in which he earns the income. First case is income from shipping business of non-residents. If a non-resident ship owner carrying shipping business in India, any income earned by carrying passengers, livestock, mail, goods shipped at a port in India will be considered for tax in India in the year of its earning. 7.5 of the amount paid or payable for such carriage will be deemed to be the income of the ship owners. The person leaving India having no intention to come back. The person who is leaving India permanently with no intention to come back again. In this case, the total income of such person for a period between the expiry of last year and till the date of his or her departure will be taxable in the current assessment year. Any AOP body of individual, artificial juridical person formed for a specific purpose, in that case also, if assessing officer come to know that any association of person, body of individual or artificial juridical person have been formed or created for specific purpose or for a specific period, and now the same is likely to be dissolved or discontinued, in that case assessment procedure of person can be made in the same year and shall be chargeable to tax. Transfer of assets or property to avoid tax. If it comes to the notice of the assessing officer that an individual is likely to transfer his or her assets or property to transferee with the intention to avoid tax, in that case, the total income of such person for the period from the expiry of previous year for the assessment year to the date of commencement of the proceedings by the assessing officer shall be chargeable to tax in the same assessment year. In case of discontinued business or profession, the same procedure will be adopted. That is, income earned during the period from the expiry of last previous year till the date of discontinuance may be assessed to tax in the same assessment year. Now, the next term is person. Person is very important. Person includes individual, HUF, company, firm, association of person, body of individual, artificial juridical person, local authority. Then next term is income. This is income has not been defined in income tax. This section states only that what is included in the income. Income includes profit and gains, dividend, perquisites, profit and lieu of salary, winnings from lottery, crossword puzzles, horse races, card games, etc. Amount received under Keyman insurance policy, taxable capital gains, amount received from provident fund, these will be included under income. Now, the assignment is, you have to write short notes on assessee in default, assessment year, and what is the difference between gross total income and total income. The question number 2 is, income tax is charged on the income of previous year. Do you agree? If no, give the explanation. Third question is, what do you mean by the term tax and what is the basis of charge? Okay, have a nice time. Thank you.